It's a busy week. We've got some scrimmages coming up, and I'm sure our guys are very excited about that. They've been pushing and shoving each other since this summer, with the new guys and this fall. Been pretty intense, from a conditioning standpoint. At one point you got to get them, the bodies ready to go into practice. And now we've hit the practice floor on October the 9th. Now we're trying to get them into more of a game mode. And so that'll give us an opportunity to get in front of some officials and some fans, and fans can get a little sneak preview of our basketball team. Of course, Wednesday here will be the red-white game. We'll announce tomorrow the teams. So for Bob's information, we haven't picked the teams yet, and we will do that on the Arkansas website. We'll have that on there. We'll split the teams up, and let me say this here: I talk about being the ultimate team and having a lot more depth this year. It's been very, very competitive in practice. I'm talking about even from the standpoint of the workouts we've had. When you just talk about the scrimmaging portion of our practice, I mean, it's been nip and tough in each and every game. I think Saturday was the one time that one team actually just kind of blew one of the teams out. We had a scrimmage about a week ago, and the score was we had officials in. The score was 114 to 111, and it went 2 overtimes. And I had to time it where it was just sudden death, where somebody had to hit a shot to get it over with. That's how competitive it's been, and and hopefully that's a good sign. I just think this is one of our more deeper teams, and not only with depth, you got some pretty talented guys, and you got some hungry guys. The new guys, to me, bring some of that hunger that you got to have, especially from a guard standpoint. And we've had a number of guys that have really made some progress, have really progressed to hopefully where they're going to help our basketball team. We'll sign autograph at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Doors open at 5:30. Then we're going to take the show on the road. We're going to go down to Valonia High School gym for the Mayflower and Valonia areas. We want to go and hopefully go and give some back. That team, that community has been through quite a bit in April with the hurricane and tornadoes. We want to go down there and be of hopefully we can go down and create some smiles. More importantly, some of our guys went down early in the year, but we get a chance to go down there. We'll have autographs. Doors open at 2 o'clock. We'll sign autographs at 2. The game will be at 2:45, if I'm not mistaken. And limited seating, so the charge for both of these places here and down there would be canned goods or non-perishable food items. And then that's a way of really helping those communities, as well as the food pantry here on our campus and in this area. Looking forward to it. Guys are looking forward to it. And as I say, it's a busy week, getting more and more in tune to basketball. And as you can tell, I'm very, very excited about this group as we move forward. Just came back from Media Day, and I'm sure you guys, all the prognosticators and the analysts, they're predicting who's going to be what. And my saying always is that, you know what, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But one of the things that's very evident is they're noticing us a little bit more. So that means we're on the right track. But that doesn't mean anything right now. Everyone's undefeated when we start the season, and this team here hopefully will see things through my eyes, and that is going to be a day-to-day progression. Each and every day we're trying to get better. Each and every game we're going to try to get better. And if we do what we're supposed to do, we'll be there. If we do what we're supposed to do, we will be there. I'll open up for questions at that time.
Did you have to get permission from the NCAA to go?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We got a waiver to have an opportunity to go down and have a red-white game. Well, no, it's open scrimmage is what it is for the public down there, and we hadn't done that, I know, in many, many years. Since the NCAA said you can only have them on your campus, and so it says something about the NCAA allowing us to go down in Central Arkansas and hopefully be a benefit.
Mike, Bobby Porter said the other day that he hopes you'll do all Arkansas guys against the out-of-state guys like last year because he wants revenge. Is that something you consider? Because it is 7 Arkansas guys, 7 out-of-state guys.
Did you coach last year, Bob?
No.
You didn't coach last year? That's Bobby's wishes, probably. We've done it in practice, I'm sure, so it's probably one of the reasons why he wants to see that. So who knows? We may do it. We may do it. We may not do it.
How has Bobby looked in terms of his new approach inside and the post moves he worked on in the offseason? How's he looked the first few weeks?
Well, Bobby, he's one of those guys that he's a sponge. He's learned from all the previous experience that took place last year. He got pushed around quite a bit. And so this summer, he not only grew, he's about 6'11", but he got his core strengthened now. And he went against some very talented players this summer. And he's not going to get pushed around much anymore. And hopefully he's going to be a guy that's doing a lot of the pushing. He has a great mentality in terms of wanting to be one of the best players, not only just here, but not in our conference, but in the country. And to back it up, he's in the gym morning, noon, and night. This guy is, I have to kind of tone him down. Hey, get away. We went to the media day on Wednesday. We came back in practice. And after practice, he wanted to shoot around. I said, dude, we've been flying all day. We flew back. Hey, just go and get off your feet. And the next day was going to be an off day. And I told him, make sure you stay out of the gym. I mean, the guy is, he's driven. And the beauty of that is he's driving our other guys. I mean, you're seeing Moses in the gym. You're seeing Emmanuel Watkins in the gym, Jabril Durham, Antlon Bell's the gym rat, Michael Qualls, Kai Matt, a whole team. We got a whole team of guys that are putting in the time. So it's, to me, it's going to hopefully be a thing of beauty when we get a chance to put it all together and showcase it out on the floor.
Talk about your point guards in the first couple weeks of practice, how they're adjusting, adapting, and getting used to everything.
The major hurdle for those guys were, number one, is making that adjustment of playing, learning how to play hard on every possession. In order to do that, you got to be in shape. And so I think the conditioning part has really been big with, Jabril, all the freshmen, Trey Thompson, and you're talking about Anton Beard and Nick Babb. I think it's been, for the older guys coming back, they're used to it. But I think it's helped them from the standpoint every day they're getting better. You can see it, Jabril. He's a guy that commands. He commands guys to get him in the right place, and that's refreshing to see, for a coach anyway. And Beard is just just tough. He just don't back down from anybody. He's always around the ball. He's out there talking and trying to lead. So to me, they're still learning each other. And what that does is makes it really, really competitive. They get in after Kai. They get after Kai quite a bit. So again, that's a combination where guys are really getting at it.
How's he doing with that?
Kai's playing all over. Kai's a versatile guy. Well, y'all hear that? They might tear the wall down.
I guess they're ready.
That's my strength and conditioning guy. He drives them now. I want y'all to know that. But Kai will be. He will handle the basketball. As I stated earlier, to me the best teams are guys where you got multiple guys that can handle the basketball. But I think it lets him be effective in other areas as well.
Going back to the summer and is there anybody that's made a really big move that's quantum leap that surprised you?
I think Moses continues to get better each and every day. I think he is, no question, we saw what he could do defensively, but now I think we're starting to see him really showcase some of the offensive things he can do in terms of even rebounding the ball and pushing it down the floor and finding people. It's been pretty impressive. He can pass the basketball as well. I think Emmanuel Watkins, there's a spot on our team for a guy that can get at it defensively and just an energy guy. And right now, I tell you what, he is, and I said last year and even coming this year, he is really that guy that's kind of showing me that each and every day. He may be able to guard, one of the team's best guards, or forwards. He's always around the basketball, just showing a level of toughness. Ja'Cory Williams is a guy that he's been pretty impressive, I think, from this summer to where we are right now. Just his energy, his versatility, rebounding the basketball, handling the basketball, passing the basketball. he's been a big-time energy guy. And I think if there's a guy that I said, wow, and hopefully it's going to be, this will be the year he can bring it from the practice to the gym. Because I've said it before last year. He was doing the same thing. He got hurt and just had a setback with his confidence. So confidence is so big in this game. But the key is, can you bring it from the practice court to when they start putting the fans out there, they start popping the popcorn, and the officials start blowing the whistle. That's what you want to see. Can they do it then?
How's Trey Thompson adapted just to losing the weight? He kept his strength up.
Yeah, Trey's doing good. I say he lost about 25 pounds, and he likes his body. He went from wearing the big T-shirts now, he wears tank tops around here now, and he likes it. Bobby and Moses and Landis and all those guys have been really, really good to him, good for him, because of the competition they give him. And not only that, he gets to see those guys each and every day. I mean, he couldn't believe the work ethic of a Bobby Portis. He didn't believe how hard he worked. And so in essence, and that's what's talking to his high school coach. He gave me that information. The coach, he was so impressed with that it's kind of really inspired him. Every day he's working. He's trying to he's trying to become that player that Bobby is.
Like a bunch of schools like Kansas State, Ole Miss, they're holding these private scrimmages against other top teams. Is that something that you have talked about or thought about doing, or are you intrigued by that, and why not?
Well, I've thought about it, but at the same time, you can also have it. It can work the other way too, where you can get your guys into a game setting. We can get into a game setting where you got officials and you got fans and all those kind of things. But I have given it a thought, maybe at one point in time doing one private scrimmage and doing one exhibition game, but hadn't done it yet. So.
Yeah, Lance was saying the other day, there was a point last year where you guys weren't on the same page. I guess probably when he got suspended, but that he got on your page as the year went on with being better rebounder. What do you kind of remember about Landis' progression? Where do you think he is right now?
Well, Landis coming in, it was all new to Landis, and I thought, he had that was a learning curve. I mean, he's, not only the team's got to learn him, but he's got to learn the team as well, and where you fit in, what role do you bring to the table? And I love Landis' toughness and those things, but you got to, we're going to be the ultimate team, and so you got to find where you fit in on this particular team. And so for a new guy, that's one of the things that you wrestle with. And it takes time. It takes time. And but I think after that, when he got a chance to sit out, I think he kind of saw things my way. And as he saw my way, it allowed him to go on and play basketball, I think. And so coming in this year, I think he's in a better place now. He's a fifth-year senior. And he wants to, and Cody had an outstanding year for us. I mean, if you look at all the things that Cody did for us, and so he was, for the most part, playing behind Cody. So this year here, it gives him an opportunity to maybe be that guy, and but that's going to be up to him. So I think he sees some light, some daylight in that area there where he can go out and impact his team, what he came to do. But he's more comfortable. It's like I'm more comfortable with my team now. Why? Because I got guys that fit what I'm doing, and I think it's the same way for Landis. I think he feels a lot more comfortable now.
You see him being a lot better rebounder. I guess what do you need from him rebounding wise that he wasn't always giving you last year?
I think toughness, rebounding, even some leadership. I think Landis could be one of those guys who can lead. He can do it by example. He can do it, vocally as well. But he's a guy that. Hopefully we can develop him, or we can put the ball in his hand, he can make some plays for us. He has that uncanny ability to make plays. And so now getting an opportunity to maybe go to the free throw line. That's why I encourage all our guys to shoot a lot of free throws, because we got a chance to be really an attacking team. When you get guys that, with the size of Bobby and Moses, those guys can score inside, and it's going to open up the lanes. And you got guys who can knock shots down. Kai can knock shots down. Mike, although streaky, he can knock shots down. Anthon Bell. You got some guys, Jabril. I mean, he shoots the ball well enough where you got to pay attention to those guys. And so now it's going to open up the lanes, and we got some forwards that can get to the basket.
Where's Keith Miles? Where's fit and what's he bring to the?
Well, Keaton can bring what Cody brought. I thought Keaton is a slashing forward. He rebounds the basketball. He can block shots from the offside. Really can pass the ball from the high post. Can step and knock down the 12 to 15-foot shot. Just an active player. He's an energy guy. He's a high-flying guy. So he'll be a guy, and when you talk about some highlights happening, every now and then you're going to see him with some tip dunks or just getting some hustle plays. He's that kind of player.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the SEC hasn't gotten a lot of love come tournament time in the last few years. Do you kind of think, led by your guys' resurgence a little bit, that the league is poised for a breakthrough?
Well, let's hope so. We had a lot of teams that were right there poised to do it. LSU was poised to do it. Georgia, they finished third in our league. I mean, so you've got some teams that are poised to do. Ole Miss, Andy does a good job of keeping his team in contention there. So the key now is like with our basketball team, we got to be able to finish, and I think that's what we've got to do. I think everyone has really up and have a challenging non-conference schedule. And as we get those schedules, we've got to be able to win games. That's the key, win games. And then once you get into conference play, just beat up on each other, and hopefully you put yourself in a pretty good position. So, but the scheduling, no question about it, has been something that it was highlighted this last year, coming in this year. And so now it's challenging yet demanding. But I think as a conference, we've got to take care of business.
Nate asked you about Keaton. How hungry do you think he is after redshirt last year? How hungry is he to get?
I hope he's real hungry, Bob. I mean, the dude hadn't played it probably a year and a half because he got hurt. I think it's the last year he was there. And having a year to sit out, hopefully that hunger will trickle, where the competitiveness we talk about for playing time, it continues to show. And we're getting at that stage now where I think we play an exhibition game, not this Friday, but the following Friday. So now you're going to start seeing some of those guys on the floor. And as I told them, in the red-white scrimmage, you're going to get a bunch of time because all you guys are playing together. But once we start playing somebody other than ourselves, then it changes. And so they've got opportunities to kind of impress upon me. It's kind of like auditioning. They're auditioning now. And hopefully their auditions go well.